Hello and welcome to NARL Season 17 here at Talladega. Tonight in the booth I have with me Riley Trewick.
Hello, that's me. Happy to be here.
Yep. We got a triple header tonight. Budweiser Cup Series, I believe, is currently still live on Melon Cup Racing, aka Victor Delgado III. So there's that. I don't have Steven Gibson, or he doesn't have his car in apparently. Roll with that. Field Cap 32 tonight. Last season's winner of this race, Harry Crawford. I was not here for that uh, due to just job and all that. So we're gonna have. He's here tonight. We got a big field tonight. Defending champion Stephen Gibson looking to go 3 in a row for season 17. A lot of decent storylines tonight.
Yeah. First of all, about Steven Gibson, I think he's in the wrong car. His number is listed as 329 instead of I'm not sure what his number typically is. I have the roster pulled up in front of me, so let me just see if I can't find Steven Gibson on here. Steven.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna try to put together a good broadcast here. I am a bit rusty. I haven't broadcasted Gnarl. I'm assuming that's Gibson there in 329. That it sure is. So a little rusty. Haven't done a broadcast in a little minute. So bear with me. Having to use the default numbers for the ticker tonight because I had work. I got off late and I did 150. And in that time, there was like almost 15 car files sent, so there was no way I was going to be able to go in and gather up all the numbers and put them on the ticker for that. So I just figured, you know what, we're just going to go with the default for now.
Yeah, and that's. I'm sure it looks great. I'm sure everybody at home is more than okay with that. Right now in practice,
The
23
numbers
drivers
will
have
be
set a
fixed
lap.
when it's time to go to qualifying, which means in about 5 minutes.
Okay, do we have him, like Cameron's mic on? Do we have that for the broadcast tonight?
Yeah, I have him turned
Okay,
on.
okay.
He's usually not a big yapper. It's kind of like, you know, whenever they
Yeah,
got race control on for Formula One, it's kind of how I treat it. Wish I had
yeah.
like a graphic that would automatically pop up whenever he like whispers in the TeamSpeak. That would be really cool, but
That would be. I know you usually do, so I was just curious. But yeah, as you heard, qualifying in about 5 minutes. Currently, 24 drivers in the time it took me to say that. One extra driver has set a lap, so 24 drivers have set a lap so far in practice. Cameron McElraith in the 25 car currently sits atop your board, with Robbie Gilvin behind, about 2/10 off, and then Colton Kalovich, seasoned veteran of the series, in third. A lot of interesting names at the top of the board here in practice so far. I think a lot of that is just who's running around with draft and who isn't. A lot of the people like Steven Gibson and whatnot, they're kind of in the middle of the pack. Um, just Also factoring in that this is a plate track and you don't really need, I guess for some of these guys, they might not need as much practice for what they're going to be doing. It's more of just qualifying and then go to the race.
yeah, I think I wasn't here last season, obviously, but you know we've ridden here this track several seasons before, and I think this is pretty much the same setup. You know, you got chassis one is going to come down to all right, let's work together, get these runs built up. You know, strategy as well in timing the runs, timing the pit stops. It's all going to come down to all those little decisions to decide how the fate of this race is going to go.
Absolutely. And obviously, this is, like you said, chassis one, and it's not CTS physics like we saw with BPNR recently, with IFAR recently. And that does make a difference. I'm I'm not super familiar with all of the ins and outs and differences, but I do know one of the major differences is that on CTS chassis, on chassis 3, you can push in the corners a lot more than you can on this chassis type. And I know there's a bit of a speed difference as well, so we're going to definitely see a lot of different styles of racing than we saw maybe in BPNR, IFAR, etc. Recently at Daytona. Obviously, a lot of leagues having their season opener at the moment, or around that time. A lot of leagues are starting up as the year's getting started. But yeah, we're about 5 minutes on the game clock till qualifying. I'm not sure. I think it's about 3 minutes in real time, assuming it starts at 10, which I believe it does. So we shall see.
Yeah, like you said, 3 leagues doing their season opener tonight. Budweiser's season 7 opener on Melon Cup Racing, and then you got right here on Cheese Food Media, you got the NARL race. That's what we're doing right now. Season opener for season 17, and then right after this, into the late hours Friday night, we got
Yeah.
Essex with their season opener at Michigan.
And that is an interesting place for a starting race, and a debut, not a debut race, an opening of the season race. Excuse me, I'm all over the place today. But yeah, Michigan is not a track that I would typically ascribe to being a season opening race. But yeah, I mean, that should be a fun race, and this should be a fun race as well. I mean, 17th season of NARL competition. That is a very big number.
This will actually be a good time for rolling back and getting proper numbers, so get ready to get out of the server.
Well, you heard the man. But as I was saying, 17th season of NARL competition. Cameron Jamison, owner of the league.
Okay, so people have.
I'll let him talk.
Numbers, or, yeah, 300 digits. Just get out and get back in.
Get out!
Well, you heard him.
Yeah, I think that's Stephen Gibson exclusively. I made the call that, like, we're gonna have DNQs tonight. You know what? I might be wrong on that. We only had a few cars at the time.
Looks like that is everyone. So we shall go back to practice for the last about 30 seconds or so.
Well, you never know. We could have an influx of cars in the last 30 seconds. But yeah, I just want to say big shout out to Cameron for running this league, and 17 seasons that's a lot of seasons. So yeah, just big shout out to him and everybody running this place.
Yeah, my quality there is on haywire. Holy! Make sure all the stuff's good and doing what it's supposed to. Not having any issues.
Okay, practice is up. 30 seconds are over. Qualifying time.
All right, time for those hot laps. You got anybody you're looking at for pole here?
Driver, to your car.
That is a good question. They reset qualifying, or not qualifying. They reset practice. So I'm not able to go look at practice times because we don't really have any. So I'm just gonna go off entries. Yeah, it doesn't really matter as much, but it is just kind of a bit of a barometer. Well, TalhaDevYT, he ran BPNR at Indianapolis. Obviously, that was broadcast, I believe, on this channel as well.
No, that was on Melon Cup.
Oh yeah, you're right. So that was on Melon Cup Racing. I get confused, but he won at Indianapolis last week, or not necessarily last week, on Tuesday, but it feels like last week, even though it was a few days ago. Long race. He ended up winning that race. I think, he would be a good pick for pole, or at the very least up at the front of the pack. Jolene Sims as well, another one to look out for. Landon Lyle. I think Cameron McElraith, not exactly somebody I would say normally, but judging that they were fastest in practice, I think I would be remiss not to mention them, at least in passing. So we'll at least see how they shake up in qualifying. They could spice up the front of this pack. Now, let's see. Stephen Gibson, obviously defending series champion. Obviously a very good plate racer, good plate qualifier. Does not have his typical drafting partner, Alexander Gonzalez-Green, in the field tonight. But I think he will be able to make do without him for this race. So, yeah, who are you looking at?
I'm thinking Harry Crawford. He's been really good on the plate qualifying. I think tonight he gets it done, starts on pole. Heck, I wouldn't even take him out. I wouldn't even, say he isn't in contention for the win, going back to back for season openers.
Yeah, I admit I forgot that he was here. So, yeah, I definitely think that that's a good one. His ping is in about the 300s at the moment. but that is to be expected as he is coming from Australia. A lot of diverse home countries for some of these drivers. And Harry Crawford is definitely a big shining example of that. I know Elaine Johnson also coming from Panama. That's just another example. So yeah, just a lot of diversity in this field.
Yeah, it looks like someone in the chat, they're picking the 44 of Colton Pettipas.
Interesting. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with Colton Pettipas. I don't know, but he is 4th at the moment. And we have a tie for well, we don't now, but we do, apparently. Hold on.
Hold on, is this their first or second lap? Is my question.
I'm not sure. Harry Crawford is up at the top. We have a tie for second at the moment. Joshua Clemens, Tala Aziz both set a 51.950.
Oh, wow.
And then we have a tie for 5th with Kyle Watts and Roman Gonzalez. I didn't even know Kyle Watts was here.
I didn't either. Wow, okay.
So he really snuck up on us. But he is qualified in 6th at the moment. Elaine Johnson 7th. So that's pretty big. Steph Thomas in 9th. That's a good run for her. But at the moment, Harry Crawford, that was a good pick by you because he is currently, with about 20 seconds left, sitting on the pole position. And here it's Stephen Gibson. Stephen Gibson has stolen it.
So, almost.
Almost.
Your pick was pretty good too. You know, Tala Aziz, he pretty much tied for 3rd at this point. So
yeah,
working out.
Yeah, I think I mentioned Steven in there, so I guess that's like half points. I mentioned like 4 or 5 people, so
I mean,
you know.
Who can't pick the defending champ? And he's already gonna start the season off with a really good start from the front row.
Well, I mean, he's as front as it gets.
Usually I'd be saying it has to be the top 32 drivers to get in, but today I am feeling generous, so everyone who attended the qualifying can continue to race today.
Ah, okay, interesting. First 32 plus car field, I think, since season 13, if I'm not mistaken. I know I'm probably wrong, but here we go.
We have a 33 car field today, or excuse me, 34, because Jarek Grava didn't even set a qualifying time, but I think he is racing. Thomas Troxel is here, but did not set a lap as well. Neither did William Gregory. So let's see, we have...
Yeah, that's a very interesting generosity from Mr. Caesar there. Make sure my ticker is actually compatible with that, which it should be. I think I can hold like 36, so that's good. Pronounced Pitapa. Oh, there's no S pronounced in Pitapas. Okay, so it's Pitapa. Okay, I guess the S is silent in that. I don't know if I've been pronouncing that wrong since day one. Like I was calling Colton Petipus when I was like first starting out. Her camera's like, oh, it's Pitapas. When he was talking about it, I was like, maybe it's that. And now I'm hearing that it's Pitapa without the S, so we'll go with that.
Interesting. Well, maybe they're messing with you, but I believe them. Now, if my math is correct, and assuming that Gregory, Troxel, Grava, etc., they all run laps, we should have a 36 car field?
Yeah, that would
maybe because we've got 3 extras plus the 33 that set a time, so that's, again, assuming that Grava, Troxel, and Gregory all start the race.
Yeah.
So we should have a 36 car field as opposed to our normal 32 for this race, but it will be Stephen Gibson leading them to the green flag with Harry Crawford right beside in second place.
Yeah, I think we're in for something interesting tonight. Obviously, like was mentioned, it's going to be the biggest NARL field we've seen in a really hot minute with that allowance given for those extra few cars.
So, and we have, I'm just looking at cars right now. Troxel is on track. So I'm assuming we are going to have those 36, or at the very least, we're going to have Thomas Troxel in the field. So love to see that. Yeah. I love that Greg Biffle car as well. That's a beautiful throwback.
I believe he won here in season 13 or season. I don't know. I'm getting so intertwined with what season's what, but I do know he has a win here. I can tell you that much.
Well, that's good for him. You know, the more experience you have winning, the better. And if he did win in season 13, and if season 13 was the last time we had more than 32 cars, then I think that bodes really well for him.
Yeah, the trends are looking in his favor. if our assumed stats are correct.
Yeah, I was gonna look at driver stats on the Google sheet, but since I don't have two monitors, I'd have to do it on my phone, and it just was not loading that Google sheet for me. I'm actually gonna see if I can get it to load now, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be loading on my phone. I tested it out on my laptop earlier, and it worked fine, so I don't know what the issue was on that, but yeah, I guess we're just not gonna get statistics tonight. We're going in blind.
I could try opening it up on my phone, but
No, it's all right.
I actually have a OBS Blade open on that. I use
Oh.
I use my phone to like change some of the transitions on the broadcast.
Well,
Yeah, let's see.
that's effective.
Yeah,
It's
because
crafty.
I actually don't have any monitors. I'm working off a TV.
Damn. I mean, I have a TV next to me, but I've never set it up as a monitor because I'd have to move my whole desk around to get that to work. So, yeah, that I don't think I could do that. And the monitors or the TV itself would be huge compared to my laptop.
Definitely, yeah.
So it'd be really strange. But yeah, I mean, my mom does it because she works from home, so she's repurposed two old TVs to be monitors.
Back up.
Yeah.
K-Mac card in the wall back there. Is that William Green? That is William Green.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a minute.
I don't know William Green.
Yeah, I've seen him racing Nurse Car. Let's see how he does
Oh,
tonight.
okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Nurse Car. I know of it, but I'm not like I've never raced there. I don't know anything about it.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm sure that he will do just fine. I think let's see where he is. Qualifying, he qualified 29th, so not the best starting position, but certainly not the worst. There's definitely cars behind him, so that's always a good sign.
Right. Yeah, we got quite the field tonight.
That we do.
Yeah, Jolene Sims is currently taking the infield.
Right, it
just
is
hit a
race
fence
time,
post.
So rules for the race are: if there is a wreck on the first lap, then we will do a restart.
Drivers, to your
If there's a wreck
cars.
after that, probably not. When there is a wreck, it has to be a multi-car wreck to bring out a caution. When the caution comes out, the field is frozen. There is no racing back to the line. When we are about to go green, I will call quiet zone where nobody can type in chat, then control where it's up to the leader to type green into chat before he
Drivers,
crosses the
to
start
your
finish
car.
line. I'm going to do a quick restart since I think someone may have missed the start on that. Anyway, yeah, when I call control, it's up to the leader to type green
to
into
your
chat. If
car.
it doesn't, then we postpone the start until the next lap. It's going to be 47 laps. For some of you, this is going to be your first time racing here in a while. I would like to remind you that there is a very big skill gap between the best and the worst drivers here, so please drive with that in mind when you try to make somewhat dangerous moves. Just be patient and good luck.
Yeah, taking up from Cameron there, he said, we do have some cars in here that haven't raced in here in a minute. Kyle Watts, he hasn't raced since Iowa last season. William Green, hasn't seen him in a minute. Believe the 71's raced here before. Samuel Cruz, or actually no, he raced here quite a few seasons back. Robbie Gilvin hasn't raced in a minute. Elaine Johnson hasn't been in the NARL field in a minute as well. So,
Caden Mason as well in the 20 car. This is his first NR2003 online start ever. He comes from iRacing. He mentioned that earlier today, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Got some pretty competitive times, or at the very least, up in the field. Let's see, where was he? Yeah, okay, so he qualified 26th. Not super far off the leader either, so definitely a driver to watch in his first start.
Well, if we want to do the call of the green, that is completely fine by me. Front row, Stephen Gibson, Harry Crawford, big field. It's a 47 lap race, nothing too crazy, but a lot of mistakes can be made in the span of 47 laps.
That they can, and the pace car is making its way onto pit road, and the 86 of Stephen Gibson in the default Fred Jones paint scheme comes through the tri-oval. Now, you may think that the start-finish line here at Talladega would be in the tri-oval, but it's not. It's actually a little farther down on the stretch here. So they're going to be coming to the green flag here at Talladega. And the green is out for lap number 1.
Yeah, I think the key here, survive the first few laps. It's chassis 1. You're not going to have any big runs. No reason to do anything crazy and go for some crazy spots this early in the race. Now, we'll mention that poor car warping a little bit. Keep an eye on
that.
him.
He is. But he's got some space to the car behind him. That's Gatlin Downing, the 65. On the inside, being pushed by the 55 of Elaine Johnson. The inside, very broken up. I think some cars dropping back. Robbie Gilvin, one of them in the 3. I think he might be the only car dropping back that I can see so far. Or the 15 might be on the outside. Or they're 3 wide back there. Samuel Cruz, Cameron McElraith, and the 44 of Colton Pettipaw. They are 3 wide. The 71's getting shuffled. But, yeah, we've got sort of a... well, what do we got? We got the 48 of Joshua Clements out front to lead lap number 1. The outside is kind of falling back a bit.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a minute for that outside line to get some momentum going because, give it some time, give it some cars, which right now it doesn't have a lot of cars, but if they actually commit to it, some runs can be put together and the big wrecks, Gubbs.
Actually, we are 2 laps in. I'm going to be extremely generous and say we're doing a
Oh
restart
my
for
gosh,
the
William
steps.
Green, hard lick.
Well, we're getting a
Holy
reset. So, yeah, I mean, Cameron's feeling pretty generous tonight, clearly. So how about this? You want to do the call to green since I did it last time?
Okay.
Then you don't have to if you don't want to.
This is
I
the
could care
final
less, to be
restart
frankly
that we do.
honest.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Drivers,
that's usually
to
what
your
kind of
car.
like the freedom I give people since I just do the whole intro and stuff anyway.
That's all right. I don't get paid, but I guess in a sense, we all
I
come
don't
here to
get paid
talk. Yeah, well, I mean, you run the thing, so you can pay yourself if you want to. But yeah, I mean, I come here to talk. You run the whole thing and you talk. So I think that's just kind of part of the trade, in my opinion, or at least how I see it.
Bougie podcast, as you would call it.
Yeah, a podcast with racing as a little added spice.
Right. I know our post race shows get kind of crazy.
Yeah, I saw for well, it's obviously not yours, but on Melling Cup, the BPNR post race, it went on like I got out of the lobby. I got my wheel, I put it up, I got up, went to the bathroom, and I came back, and like 20 minutes later, the post race show was still going. I was like, should I like get my wheel back out and go do an interview? And I was like, well, there's 2 people watching, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to. I think I did a one post race interview once that was longer than the actual race.
Some people have a lot to say.
Hey man, I mean, the Essex stuff, it gets a little crazy. I try to keep it a little more tame here on NARL. Just
yeah.
One reason because Essex is directly after. I can't obviously keep the post race show going that long, but also the fact, I kind of want this to be a bit more, anybody can watch it, and don't got nothing too crazy going on. Whereas Essex is just let the
it's a later time slot.
Let the whole barn burn at that point.
Yeah, it's like the After Dark sort of series.
You got Hillier in the chat saying Zach Hillier would not have done that in terms of dying.
I can't say with certainty if Zach Hillier would or would not have done that, but that is more of a philosophical question, and I don't know if we're really ready to tackle that. Anyway, the pack is coming down to the tri-oval here, and we are green once again for the last time, presumably,
hopefully,
in NARL. Well, I'm gonna be nice and put it out into the universe that this is our final restart. This is our only restart.
You jinxed it.
No. I'm manifesting it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, there you go.
Spirituality. Anyway, the inside gets a pretty good start here. I think Steven learned from his mistake on the first run. He's staying pretty committed to the bottom instead of going up top like he did last time. He's got the 48 behind him. They seem pretty keen to work together.
Yeah, Harry,
the outside, yeah, he's all on his own up there. The 02 is pretty far back. So unless somebody makes a move on in the tri-oval or on the straight, as we see the 23 moving back there. I'm not sure if Robbie moved back this time. I don't see him up here. So yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's kind of
So
like deja vu from the last restart, not gonna lie.
yeah, well, at least we got the 86 out front this time, and the 48 is behind him, so that's a bit of a difference. The outside is starting to form up back there. I think the 88 of Carl Childress is leading. No, he's not. He's getting out of the way, so
Yeah, I
Landon
guess
Lyle on the
he's-
42 is going to lead it with the 8 of Trevor Davis backing him up. But they've got some mileage to make up as the 48 is glued really tight to the 86's bumper.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of these guys, that top run, that top line obviously trying to get going. I think give it a couple laps. Heck, they're already starting to get some momentum, not a lot, but it gets some time, some momentum.
Yeah.
That top run can work. You just got to get the
Yeah.
numbers.
And what's not going to help is that Landon Lyle on the 42, he jumped down to the bottom, pretty much the first chance that he got. But I think some of these guys up front, they're looking a little bit non-committal. They're moving just a bit. So we'll see if anybody goes up there with the 8 and the 7 and the 84. But they are making some headway at the moment. The 6 of Jolene Sims has caught right up to the 48, and the 4 of Kyle Watts is right on her tail. So see if anybody jumps out of line here, tries to make a move.
Yeah, I mean, Watts, he's warping a bit, so it's hard to really tell what he's doing, but
Yeah.
pretty much the rest of these guys up here, they look pretty committed to this bottom line at the moment. Now, this top line, it's starting to get that momentum. It's got some numbers. It's actually not too as strong as I thought it would be, but I'm surprised it's doing as well as it is, despite how weak it's looking right now.
Yeah, and TalhaDevYT is in the inside wall.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh my God, he's coming up the track. Oh dear, that's the 60 D-Dog. That's the 13 of Sebastian Amaya, the 32 of William Gregory involved.
Caution is up.
Yeah.
Caution is up. Field is frozen. Pace speed. 55.
What happened there?
I wonder if his game froze in the tri-oval and he just went straight to the wall and couldn't slow down in time. I remember, not this season, but last season in BPNR at Daytona, I had the same thing happen where my game froze.
Pits will be open this time.
In the tri-oval, and I went down and I couldn't see, so I couldn't slow down before I came back up on the track. But yeah, let me know when you get a replay up.
Yeah, I just gotta switch it over.
The 14 disconnected and the car drove itself. And just tough luck for the people that were in its way.
Well, you got the confirmation from both Talha and the man himself.
Yeah, replay going right now. Looks like yeah.
Yeah, he just drives straight down.
Track, the pace speed is 55.
He was locked on the brakes. There's just nothing that could have been done there.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. There's just nothing he could do about that. So much momentum. He just clips the 60, gets the 32 as well. And no major damage. The 60 might have some rear end damage from backing into the wall. Same with the 13, but I'm not sure any major damage to anybody. Nobody flipped, so that's a good sign. So hopefully nobody's too worse for wear after that, but that is obviously very unfortunate for the 14 of TalhaDevYT. I mean, I imagine that's a race ender.
Probably.
On lap 4.
That looked like some pretty hefty damage.
Yeah.
Really
Not
hefty
going
hit
green
there.
this time by either. In the
Yeah.
next time after this.
Wonder if a lot of cars on pit road. I don't see him anywhere, so I assume he's already retired from the race.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. That sucks for him, and yeah, I hope nothing but the best for him.
Black
in
flag cars at the back of the field.
next race this season.
Well, pit stops have commenced while we're looking at the replay. Not a lot of changes, however. New leader, Kyle Watts.
Interesting. I saw the 48 got the race back, but I wonder if Watts, did he jump on pit road? Did he jump them with a pit stop? Interesting. Okay. So this is not a knock on Kyle Watts at all. He's an extremely accomplished driver, but this is going to be a bit scary for the field, I imagine, simply because of the connection issues that the 4 has been having all night, where his car is just really warping around. And obviously at plate tracks, you want to be right up on somebody's bumper and pushing them. But that could be sketchy. So we'll see if the 4 gets. I mean, you could see him just warping around under pacing. So yeah, we'll see if they stick with him or if they abandon him the first chance they get.
Yeah, only time will tell. Yeah, you can
Again,
hear
pits are
a lot
going
of
to be
clutching
open
going
this
on.
time by and we'll go green next time by.
Admittedly, I did not look at fuel strategy. I didn't get in my car.
It's 18 laps.
Okay, so 47 laps, 18. I'm not good at math, so I'm gonna have to get my calculator app open. I should probably have had that open because I did earlier. But okay, so 18. Or let's see. I don't want to do this.
Got a couple takers in the back, trying to just top off.
Yeah.
It's like
half
up
of
on gas.
yeah, half of 47 would be 23 and a half. So I would say probably not going to be a one stopper.
Definitely not, no.
Yeah, unless you. Nah, I don't even think you could fuel save. You'd have to be running like 2 miles an hour, and you'd get run over. So yeah, I mean, it's no offense to the field. I mean, we may have a lot of cautions, we may not. So I think that will play a role here.
It would be nice to see green flag stops. I know at
Oh, yeah.
Daytona race we did a couple seasons ago, we had one. And,
The issue, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, then we had one. It was like towards the end of the race, and then Gino ended up winning on actually. Funny
Oh,
enough,
I remember that. Yeah.
By himself off of turn 4, running out of gas.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I commentated that race as well. So that was, I think, last season.
The pacing speed to 80 miles per hour, 80. I would also like to remind all the drivers that the expectation on restarts is that you will take a roughly 1 car length gap between each driver. And also, if there is a difference in speed of more than 5 miles per hour and a wreck results because of the difference in speed, I will give a penalty for it. If there is no wreck, then I'm not going to be hunting you down. I'm just going to be policing wreck-causing differences.
Okay, so unrelated to that.
80.
Okay. So unrelated to that, Talha did fall out of the server. He's back. I think he's on pit road at the moment. So probably not going to get back here in time for the restart, which is unfortunate. But hopefully he gets a caution or two and he can get back on the lead lap. He probably will have damage. I don't know if coming back from the game crash will change that, though. Regardless, we are coming to the restart zone here. Kyle Watts is going to lead him down to the green once more here in Talladega. As they come through the tri-oval, I may have been a little early. He's got control now. And we're green once more in Talladega.
Yeah, I think this is the first time Kyle Watts has led laps here in NARL since back when he was driving a 21 car. That was a good bit ago.
Yeah, definitely a homecoming for him. The 48 and the 86 looking a bit squirrely there. I wonder if they're going to try and make a move to the outside early on, try to get the 4 out of line. No, the 86 is going to go with him, push him down the back straightaway here.
To
get hooked up.
It, about a quarter of the field died.
Well, I think that was in reference to the most recent caution. I think that was only a couple of cars, so I don't know.
I don't know. I think the field just didn't have a good start here. I think
Oh,
there was
yeah.
only like 3 or 4 cars that got involved in that wreck. But look at the field spread here. I think a lot of guys didn't get that good of a start.
Yeah, the only outside line action we've got here is being led by Robbie Gilvin, and he's all the way back. He's, I think, dipping back. No, he's staying up there. He's with Cam Jam in the 38 car. No, they're on the outside or the inside now. D-Dog in the 60. Well, gee, they're all just. Oh, there's an outside line up front here, being led by 24 of Gino Bononi. More cars going up there. That's Jolene Sims in the 6, going to lead this line. They are going for the lead out front here, the outside line, trying to make a big move. And the 86
the 86 is around.
Oh, he's in the
Big
air.
wreck. Joshua Clements.
He's getting pushed. Towed
What
by
on
the 48.
earth?
They're attached. These cars
What
are
in
attached.
the blazes is going
They're
on here?
still attached.
Oh, wow.
They finally separated, and the 86 rolls once and comes to a stop. Comes to a stop and rolls back to moving. But what have we witnessed here in Talladega, Alabama?
It reminds me of Kyle Watts' incident in the Camtopia All-Star race back in season 13.
What a pull!
Well,
That was before my time, but yeah, I mean that. Let me know when you get a replay.
yeah, Joshua Clements, I imagine his day is done. Smoke rolling out the hood of that thing after that incident with the 86. I imagine the 86 also done for the night with
At
that
the very
warp
least,
incident.
yeah. At the very least, they're going to be very off the pace if the 86 does continue. I know he was rolling to pit road, but I mean his roof was smashed in, his sides were smashed in, the whole car was damaged.
All right. Well, we'll go. I guess we'll go TV2. I imagine. Well, let's see what Spectator has for us
All right.
in the replay mode. So yeah, we'll go with Joshua Clements. A little bump to the back of the 86. Starts
Yeah.
warping.
He
And that's
just
game.
yeah clips the 76, the 42 gets involved, and then the 86 and the 48 they just attach like puzzle pieces and they roll down into the infield wall. Um, I I don't really have words for that. That's not something I've ever seen on this game
Pits
or
are open
in
this
any other
time.
scenario. I didn't know cars could do that.
And we'll take a look. I think John Felber got involved in that somewhere. Landon Lyle at one point in that accident with the warp, I think came to a complete stop. So I wouldn't be shocked if he had engine damage from that. Gina
That
Vanoni
is
also involved.
oh yeah, that that was very unfortunate of a position for Landon Lyle to be in. He got tagged in the rear. The 44, the 84, they got involved. 37 of Brandon Beal. The 49, I'm not super sure who the 49 is. I think it's not Alexander Hunt. Who is it? Joshua Brown. Sorry, I don't know why my mind went Alexander Hunt. Is there even an Alexander in the field?
Yeah, I think Caden Mason, he's a little new to the NR space.
Yeah.
Might have gotten into that wreck a little bit more than he probably could have did a little more to slow down there, but
No, I think he. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. So he does get the 44 moves up. He moves up and he clips the 44. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to blame him super hard for that.
yeah,
He's
it
new to
wasn't
yeah.
the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've certainly seen worse debuts from a driver. So yeah, that was. I mean, obviously not a move that you love, but it's certainly not the end of the world, and I'm sure that he will continue racing. I mean, depends how much damage he has, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I imagine you see Steven Gibson there just entered pit road. Joshua Clements, I'm pretty sure, is done for the night. Steven.
Oh, he's still on track.
Oh, he
he's
is?
still on track.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
dang,
rolling.
okay.
49 to the back.
He's rolling.
24 to the back.
All right, and I believe the 10 car of Thomas Troxel won the battle off pit road. I didn't switch to the pit road camera until after that had happened.
Well, so the 10 is listed in 7th. Jolene Sims currently the leader off pit road. Scubs in the 02 in 2nd. The 22 of Colton Kalovich in 3rd position. I assume that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So
15 to the back. I probably missed a few numbers in there, so if I did, just feel free to type it again.
okay, a lot of black flags on pit road apparently. But yeah, I think Jolene won the race off pit road.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we've got some weaving from the 55. Obviously, tires.
Yes, pits
Not a
again this
super.
time.
Okay, so not a big concern on tires here. Obviously, it's Talladega. Plate tracks, obviously not much on tires, but tire heat, big on restarts. You know, you don't want to spin your tires too much. With cold tires, it's more of an issue. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely understand the urge to weave here.
Yeah, no, they're not going green this time. We're going to do another lap around just in case anyone else needs.
Yeah.
Because looks like
23.
Pacing seems to be a bit of a challenge right now. So we'll.
Yeah, and the 23 is still on pit road for something. I'm not sure entirely what he is still there for. Maybe he was penalized. Maybe he has damage. I'm not sure. See if anybody comes down to top off here. We are only 10 laps into this race. I think Robbie Gilvin, 32, William Gregory, the 37 of Brandon Beal. Gregory faked. 25, though. 04 is going to fake. But 25's committed to it. The 71's committed to it. So a couple of cars coming down pit road here for a second time.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just some cars in the back, topping off. Don't really got nothing to lose if you're in the back. Just do what you can with what you got.
Yeah, just try to do something, get off strategy, and kind of jump some of these guys out front. Maybe get a caution where you don't pit and they do. It's definitely worth giving a shot. But yeah, I think we're going green this time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Joshua Clemens, he's coming back in. I imagine his car is not going to be very competitive, but you never know.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Him and the 86. Is the 86 still on field? In the field, I mean?
I would imagine so. I think both those guys are just trying to run the race.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there. He's in the rear. But yeah, I don't think we have any DNFs. Or okay, the 14 is DNF, but he's the only one so far. 23 is 2 laps down, but he's still on the track. But aside from that, everybody's on the lead lap and everybody's in the race still. Here on lap 11 of 47. So yeah, we're coming to the green here this lap. Going to be led to green by Jolene Sims in the 6. In that lovely pink car. 2 pink cars out front at the moment. The 6 and the 02. That's Roman Gonzalez, or Scubs, as some may call him. Backing up the 6 of Jolene Sims. So it's going to be a tandem of pink out front here in Alabama.
Jonathan Ward up here in P4.
We're going to.
I just noticed
keep
that,
the
yeah.
pace speed at 55 for this restart, since we still have cars that are catching up to us.
Another pink car in this field. Did you know Bononi, of all
Yeah.
players? He's not up front. Obviously, he was involved in that most recent accident, but
Yeah. The rear of that car, it says what does it say? It says you've been passed by the pink car?
Yep.
It says you've just been passed by a pink car. That's what it says. I knew it said something of that nature, but yeah. Funny enough, the rear text is pink, but the rear itself is black. So
well, take a look at the rear of Jolene Sims' car.
let's see. I got to get back up there. I was looking at the 24. It is. Oh, wow. I had not seen that.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's a very, that's certainly a strategy.
Quiet zone.
I've never considered psychological warfare as a way of winning races, but Jolene's won quite a few races, so, maybe that strategy works.
So,
yeah, might have to take notes. Coming to the restart zone this time here, Jolene Sims, as we said, coming to take the green flag once more for the third restart. Control zone. And we are green once again. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing out of the way, but we shall see. They're wrecking the back. Okay.
They were already wrecking. They couldn't even make the restart, man.
And Stephen Gibson involved once again, as he said.
Oh, Felber.
Yeah, I think Felber got turned, and the 86, I think the 73 was involved as well. If I'm not mistaken, they just came together on the start, and there was just nowhere for some of them to go. Yeah. Let me know when you've got a replay.
Let's see. We need to go back a bit on this.
Right.
Take a look at Stephen
Pits will
Gibson,
be
because they
open
ended up
this time.
somehow
This is also the
3
only time the pits will be
wide
open. We're not going
after
to be
the
pitting
line.
a second time, so
That they
not missing
did.
installs.
Okay. So,
there's a start. Lyle gets a good jump.
yeah,
Lotto
the
gets a
73.
solid one.
No, I think the 73 got a bad start, and he just jumped out of line to get out of the way, and then so he's kind of squirrely there. The 03 moves up and into the 86, and that's what causes that. And the 73 just got collected in it.
Yeah, Victor in the chat saying, couldn't help but notice. Hopefully we get some green flag racing out the way, and they immediately wreck.
Yeah, I'm just not going to talk anymore about green flag racing or green flag runs. In fact, my real prediction is that we're going to have a yellow on every lap. So from here on out, it's going to be nothing but pacing.
So much for speaking into existence.
Yeah, I mean,
Manifested.
clearly manifestation did not work. So I'm trying a new thing where I manifest the opposite of what I want to happen.
If we got any takers this time. Again, probably just going to be some cars
Yeah.
in the back trying to
I'm-
top off.
Well, actually quite a few in the back. I'm not sure what the play is here, because I've seen like a lot of guys, like the 3, for example, has come in, I think, every single time that he's had the opportunity to. So I'm thinking, what exactly do you gain by coming in every lap? Because you're not exactly going to, because there is a limit on how much you can put in the car. in terms of fuel, so you're not going to make it to the end here.
No, but you take some fuel, you get as much in the tank you can. That way, if there is a green flag pit stop, you don't got to pit
That's
for
true.
as long.
But here, I mean,
Oh,
you've
Steven
got
just missed his
yeah,
point.
I mean, the night just gets worse for him. But yeah, I mean, my reasoning here is that like you came in a lap ago and you haven't run more than 100 feet on your tank
What is Josh
at
doing?
speed. So yeah, I'm not sure what the play is there, but maybe they know something that I don't. The 48 is visiting the 86 on pit road. It's kind of like a hospital, like he's giving him flowers, maybe.
I think it's a little bit of displeasure.
15
I
to
mean,
the back.
Maybe.
You
I'm
know,
not sure
one could
what they would be
argue-
mad about.
One could argue that wreck wouldn't have happened without the warp. You know, it might be something like that. But
Maybe.
I don't want to assume. You know,
Yeah,
it could be just something like that. Giving him
I'm going
flowers or
back to
something.
speaking. Yeah, I'm going back to speaking into existence. I want everybody to get along. So I'm going to say that's he's going up to his wounded car and he's giving him flowers and maybe some band-aids as well to put on the rear of that car. Because I mean, if you look at it, it's very smushed at this point. He's got like almost a foot less on the rear end of the car than anyone else in the field. So definitely not going to be winning this race.
We are going to go ahead and up the pace speed to 80 miles per hour. 80.
Yeah, not a lot left on that bumper there, the 86.
No. 48's dropping back. He's EOLing himself, probably as a result of the damage that he has. 86 not going to do that, but
Yeah, I can understand that from Josh.
yeah.
I mean, 86 damage might be more aerodynamic. He might not have
True.
gotten as much engine damage from that. It's just, I could tell for sure the 48 because he was smoking, but
Yeah.
86 might have looked out on that with the
Maybe.
warp.
I mean, he had roof damage. I saw that at least because I was looking at his car after he flipped, but maybe that doesn't translate to engine damage. Maybe he just, like you said, got insanely lucky. But we're going green yet again here. Quickie yellow. The 6 of Jolene Sims is going to be leading the field to green once again here on lap coming to 14 here.
Control.
And we are green once again here in Talladega, Alabama.
All right. Do they keep it tame or do they wreck on the start again?
Well, we've made it farther than we did last time, so that's already a plus. I'm just trying to be positive. So we've got, I'm not going to say a very cohesive outside line because it's just 3 cars at the moment. But, well, I mean, we've got a couple more than 3, but at the moment it's about 3 cars in the back, and then we got the 4 and the 10 of Thomas Troxel and Kyle Watts. You got a little bit of an outside line forming is what I'm trying to say. We've got sort of the framework for one, but everybody's really strung out right now, as we've seen throughout these restarts. Just not a lot of guys on equal footing in terms of starting, and the 62 is getting shuffled out here. 10 of Thomas Troxel gets a nose underneath. Here, this is for the 4th position on track, and the 62 is going to get trapped on the outside. It's Jonathan Ward in the 62. And thing about Jonathan Ward, his paint scheme, I don't think has changed once in the time that I've raced here, and that's been multiple seasons. So yeah, very cohesive, or that's not the right word. Consistent, that's the word. Consistent paint scheme on that car. But he's going to maybe lead the outside. They might go underneath him. We'll see.
Yeah, I do know when I first started, or actually, when I first seen him race here, he was in a Taco Bell car at one point.
Interesting. I feel like I might remember that, but I honestly, because I don't even remember, but I ran like a couple races, like 2022-ish, and then I left for like 2 years, and then I came back last year. So, yeah, I don't quite remember very vividly, but I think I might have seen it at one point. But I could be getting confused. Anyway, the 6 remains out front. We got the pink tandem, like I mentioned earlier. It's the 02 and the 6. And then the very contrasted color of the blue and black.
Caution's out.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That scared the crap out of me. But the 84 is in the wall. The 70, who's that? The 71 is also slow. I think he was involved. 25 might have been involved. It was definitely in the back. Well, we got a couple laps in.
Yeah, he's I guess it's hard to keep it straight, which understandable.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that at all.
Oh, that was a warp crash.
Was it?
Yeah, the 84 completely warped out, and then.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that.
Hello, right in front of Sam Cruz, and it just Honestly, not a
Yeah.
lot of cars involved, but really.
What
nice
an
to see
avoidance,
everybody.
though, by the 24 of Gino Bononi. Let's look at that.
Getting
I
on
hate to
board.
cut you off there, but
On
speaking
board
of
on
pink
it.
cars, what an avoidance.
Yeah, wow, that was close.
I mean, that's as close as you can get it, really. Wow. Props to Gino for that. That was some heads-up driving, as they say, from the pink car. 24 of Gino Bononi, as he rolls off pit road here, in the back of the pack, but nevertheless, still in the race and still undamaged, and probably needs a new pair of pants after that. So we'll start a GoFundMe page for him, and hopefully we can get him some. However, out front, the 6 still remains your leader on lap number 17.
To the back.
So Thomas Troxel, though, didn't set a lap in qualifying, and he is up to the 3rd position. Late entry to the race. Wasn't even
Right,
here
up
for
to
most
pace
of
speed,
practice.
just 80 miles per hour. We should be able to go green this time.
Yeah, going green this time, like you said, but
There will not be a caution cooldown on a super speedway race. I have witnessed it once, never again.
well, that's an important nugget there. I'm not sure what race he's referring to. Would love to know if you remember that, possibly.
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to guess on that one, but maybe somebody in chat will enlighten us. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, Thomas Troxel not here for practice. Showed up in qualifying, didn't set a lap. Wouldn't have made the field if it weren't for the expanded field size. But he's up to 3rd place in this race. Testament to his ability to jump into a car and just drive the lights off that car. Even when a car doesn't have lights and they're just stickers. So they go into the tri-oval here for our, I believe,
Quiet zone.
4th restart, 5th restart. I'm losing count.
Yeah, I quit keep counting again for the first one.
I think we're at 5. Don't quote me on it, though. We're on a restart, a number
Control.
of them. And we are green once again. And the 6 gets a bit of a gap, but the 4 gets an even bigger gap. And they're already trying to start an outside line. The 60, D-Dog Rodriguez, has been on that outside every restart.
Yeah,
He
keep
is
in
just-
mind, he was involved in that TalhaDevYT wreck. Not a lot of damage,
Yeah.
but him and the 32 were involved in that.
Yeah, and he's jumped up to that outside every single time. He's just trying to make it work as best he can, and well, he's up in 9th place at the moment. He might be up in 8th. I'm not sure when it'll update, but we'll see. But he's trying his best to make that outside line work, and yeah, I gotta commend him for that. 88 is warping. He was in the 32 for a split second there. He fully was inside that car, but he's got back in his own car, and he's back on the outside line. We've got about 2 outside lines, forming up right now, but they are very split up at the moment. The 6 is still your leader.
Yeah, and again, this field spread is something to take note of. I think it's just a match of some guys just not getting good starts, as well as Kyle Watts washes up the track a little bit, trying to block that top lane. Cam Smith ain't
And
having
he
it.
is. Yeah, he's
Johnson.
not.
Oh, wow.
They're going to split. They are going to split both of them.
Kyle Watts.
Yeah.
I think they're wanting to work with Elaine Johnson, but I don't think the card's quite lined up.
Yeah.
Or at least I imagine D-Dog would want to. I'm not sure about Cam Smith.
We'll see how that shakes up. Kyle's going to try and get back on the outside here. He's still in the draft. He's just stuck on the outside. He's just losing that momentum. He's got to get that back because obviously he was stuck up on the top. He lost some speed, lost some momentum. He's just trying to ride out that loss. And the 55 is going to jump up the top way late there. That was a big move.
65 and 43. I think it's just for.
Yeah,
top
it is.
10.
It is.
Just
Oh
in
my
time.
goodness, they're touching. 32 and the 65 bounced off each other coming out of the corner, and the 65 is going to get shuffled out of that. as the 4 of Kyle Watts. We talked about him just about a lap ago. He's right up in the mix once again, still in it. No worse for wear, and his momentum has shifted back in a positive direction. He is making his way up to the rear of the 32. He's going to go down to the bottom, to the inside, try to get the side draft. They don't have that in this game. He's going to try and make it work regardless, get up to the 10. Thomas Droxel, his drafting partner. No, he's going to go to the middle. He's going to shoot the middle. No, he's not. Is he? He looked like he was going to shoot the middle there, and I was going to lose my mind because I've never seen that work or not work. I've never seen that period at Talladega, and I don't think that it would work, especially not for a guy who's warping as much as Kyle Watts has been today. That would be a risky play. Yeah.
Look at that.
We mentioned
this race.
Yeah, I mentioned her earlier in the broadcast as being from Panama, one of the foreign drivers in the field, and never won a race here in BPNR. I don't think they've.
Big ups here in the middle. 65, 44.
Yeah.
Oh wow, cars all over the place. A 20.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get to the 8.
Doesn't he save it?
He's gonna save it. No.
Caution is out.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't know if that necessarily had to be a caution, but I don't run the league. 62 is off the pace, though. I wonder if he lost it as well.
What happened,
no, he just hit the brakes.
They were doing so good. What happened? Why was everyone checking up?
I have no idea. I see. It's the 49 of Joshua Brown off the corner out of 4. Yeah.
There's a lot to unravel here.
Yeah. It all originated from there. That's gonna put the.
Pits are going to be.
Is that gonna put the 55 out front with the? We'll see. We'll get to that. Let me know when you have a replay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the 49 right now, entering turn 3.
Okay.
They were really something happened off the 4. I'm not sure what.
Yeah. Well, you'll see it. You'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, the 62 checked up. That's what happened. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then this bunched up pretty much everybody. And the 62 was really checking up, and then. The 8 and the 20 got together. The 20 came up the track right in front of the 8. The 8 almost had it, but got into the back of KMGM.
Yeah.
Just nowhere for those guys to go.
And the 62 he hits the brakes. I think he was reacting to the 38 coming down the track. Regardless, pretty far back. But yeah, I mean that was just a strange accident. I'm not sure what to make of that, honestly. I mean the 20, like we said earlier, he was involved in a wreck earlier where he bumped into the 44, just a little too slow to react to an accident in front of him. Like we said, he comes from iRacing. This is his first NR race, online race, I should say, period. So obviously not necessarily up to speed on what to do, but he has had speed in terms of pace. In practice, I think he was top 25, or at least close to the top 25, might have been 26th. But in qualifying. I think I said practice. I'm not sure. But yeah, he was up in the mix. So on speed alone, he's had it. But I think he just needs to work on his racecraft a little bit. And luckily for him, NARL is known to be a series for guys like that who have, just doing their first NR online racing and just getting their feet wet. And I think they do a good job of getting people prepared for the basics of what to do here. But yeah, John Felber taking the lead. The 48 of Joshua Clements inexplicably, I was going to say inexplicably has stayed out and will be out front. I haven't seen anything about him EOLing. I don't love this call, especially for a guy who EOL'd himself earlier with at least aero damage. I don't know about engine damage. I presume engine damage. Like you said, because you saw him smoking, and I know they can't fix that. So he's going to go high here, but I think he's not. Yeah, I haven't seen him say he's EOLing.
Yeah, and with that wreck that happened to 62, I'm not really sure, but for some reason they just slowed up on the exit of 4 and checked up the entire field. I don't really understand what happened there, but
current speed.
Well, as what it is at this point.
Yeah, they got a black flag, presumably on pit road at some point as well. So talking about the 62, but all eyes are going to definitely be on the 48 of Joshua Clements on this restart. Obviously, the 03 leading them down, but the 48...
Okay, I'm guessing the leader is pacing 65, in which case keep holding 65.
He's going 66, but that's close. Well, now he's going 67.
Oh,
so.
no.
Quite so.
Well, blame him, not me. Nevertheless, John Filber in the 03, that kicker number 03, kicker performance audio scheme. Love that car. Love that yellow.
Control.
One hell of a town as well. Shout out to One Hell of a Town. And the 84 is going to get out of the way, so we're not going to have any sort of issue there. 03 leads him to green, but there they go. That's going to give the 03 a big old gap, though, and that's going to be a big detriment to them.
I'm not really sure what the 48 was thinking there, staying out. I mean, they're falling back to the back end.
They're just messing around, I think. I mean, he's got damage that's probably going to leave his race stuck in the back and leave his finish stuck in the back. So I think he's just messing around, getting out of the way, not hurting anybody or anything. So that is, I say that, it is going to hurt the 03. He's going to get absolutely left out to dry there. Is the 88's going to turn to 7. That, well,
Caution's out.
Oh my goodness. I was going to say they almost all avoided him, but then they didn't. So, well, that's going to be another yellow. Well, in a roundabout way, I guess we have Joshua Clements to thank for that, but I'm not going to blame him for it because obviously he wasn't anywhere near it.
Yeah, I guess
but,
Carl warped and that was all she wrote.
They were just going around the 03, who was only at that level of getting ran by as he was because the 84 or the 48, excuse me, had left such a big gap behind that he was just at such a disadvantage with no draft help. So yeah, I mean, I assume that 48 was just messing around there trying to, get himself out front for a little bit. But yeah, that just had such an insane butterfly effect, and those guys just in the back, just I don't know what happened there.
A lot of them had some really hard hits.
Yeah, the 4 was warping so bad, and he still managed to avoid it. The 49 and the 8 just hit the wall a ton, as some might say. And yeah, the 84 doesn't look like too much damage there somehow, but definitely a big dent in the side and some front end damage as they did hit the wall. And what a shame for Steph Thomas. It seems like every single race it's just something new for Steph Thomas, and it's almost never their fault directly. It's just somebody else's mess that they get caught in, and I feel bad about that. I think they had a great qualifying run, if I remember correctly. They qualified top 10, like I said, if memory serves. But yeah, just nowhere to go there. Just absolutely out of their control.
Another reference for the memoriam of Steph Thomas.
Yeah, I've heard of that. The 55 in third is on the apron. I'm wondering if they're pitting.
Last replay of the 7 car. 88 just burped, got into him, and they got licked pretty hard, but I think they got a little lucky with the damage there, but only time will tell.
Yeah.
Blew both tires, so they got auto-towed. They're just now exiting pit road.
They are, I think...
They're going to barely stand.
Yeah, they're going to make it. Yeah. They're kind of way close on that. About as close as you can cut it. But not a lot of takers on pit road. I say that. A lot of takers in the rear. I think we're coming up on being able, and don't quote me on this because I'm, like I said, not good at math, but I think we're coming up on being able to make it to the end on fuel because I know it's 23 laps is half of 47. We're past the halfway point definitively here because we're on lap 25 and we have 18 laps on a tank. So I'm not sure if we're there yet, but with the cautions that we seem to keep getting, and with the fact that we're not getting any caution cooldowns, so any green run is going to have to be a natural green run. I think we're going to keep getting cautions. So I think hypothetically we're coming up on we're on the edge of being able to make it. I don't know if we can now, but I think maybe a couple laps from now, like 5-10 maybe.
To back the field.
I think
shall see.
I think lap 30 is that number to look at.
Yeah.
So I have been hearing and seeing things saying that it's whipping cars that are giving the most trouble, which, to be fair, that can't be a problem. However, we have at least 5 lanes that we can work with. So I would like to think that the lanes are not so uncompetitive that you can't run just a little bit wider of the warping cars if that really is that big a problem. I don't see anybody taking 3 wides here for more than very a short time. So when you're doing your 2 wides, please just remember, have a little bit of self-preservation to try to not wreck each other.
I agree with that to an extent. I think that obviously these.
I'm basically begging to get this finished in an hour and a half instead of 2 hours, because it's taken an hour to get to the halfway point.
And I'm sure that you guys with Essex are also begging.
So we're going to.
I mean, it's kind of delayed either way.
Pacing at 55 for this start, but once again, I am asking you very politely, and then I will ban you after the race if I feel like you didn't respond politely.
Wow.
Please be careful around other cars so we can have a green flag run of longer than 5 laps.
A ban is certainly a bit much, but I think that disciplinary action, obviously it's his league. He can run it how he pleases, and if he feels that that's a necessary action to make, then I'm not going to say yes or no, because obviously, like I said, I don't run it. So we'll see how that plays out. But we're coming to green here.
Control.
Like I said, I don't love the warping car thing, but obviously time has passed for me to say what I was going to say. I agree to an extent, but I don't necessarily fully agree. We're going green. Jolene Sims has commandeered this race, and Thomas Troxel has come from the back. Elaine Johnson has come from the back as well, I believe. Don't quote me on that. They might have qualified up front. Honestly, don't remember. Point is, we're racing, and that we are. They're getting real racy. The 60 is going to jump up top. The 03 is going to jump up top. The 55 is going to jump up top. The 03 gets shuffled out. Can he get back in front of the 60? No, he can't. Yeah, he's not even going to try.
There.
Yeah, that was a good fake, though, by the 55, by the 60 as well. Good fake to get some position there. The 03, I think he's lost a little too much momentum. He can't even sustain that draft. He's going to have to jump down in front of the 44 of Pepa there if he can get down behind the 13. But the outside line is starting to form as it's going to be Carl Childress, Elaine Johnson, Daniel Rodriguez, and the 65 of Gatlin Downey. Yeah, I thought for sure it was Gatlin Downey. I just want to make sure. But yeah, Elaine Johnson out front commanding this line, coming up on the 10 of Thomas Troxel, who's pushing the 6 of Jolene Sims, like I said, who is absolutely just ran away with this race so far, partially because of the cautions, but also pit road strategy has helped that as well.
Yeah, and despite, the bottom definitely has more numbers, top line is holding on pretty solidly, all things considered.
That they are. Yeah. 60 is doing a great job pushing with the 88, but I think the 88 tends to be a bit conservative when it comes to pushing, and I think that's really hurting the 55 right now as they're just stalled out and losing positions. The 03 has started to work his way back up into the draft. The 88's going to warp there, or blink out, sorry. But yeah, if he can get a push going here, he's going to get up to the 55. I'm not sure. And the 60's going to get there. The 88's going to get there. Oh, dear.
Big scare there.
Yeah. That you don't want to have that happen. I call that. Yeah. I call that what happened with the 55, the 88, and the 60 there. I think that's, or at least what I've called it, and what I've heard it be called as an accordion there, is you just get everybody pushing, you get one guy pushing you, and then you push the car in front, and you get so, tight up there that it becomes an accordion, so to speak. And yeah, it's never good for anybody. You just want to be very mindful of that when you're pushing a line there. But we are getting some more numbers. We got Harry Crawford.
Her team got a little close.
That he did.
Close quarters there.
And that's going to kill that bottom line there.
A little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, not necessarily like all throughout it, but behind the 32. That 37 is going to fade back as well. But 76 of Harry Crawford, we haven't mentioned him much tonight. Qualified second. Almost had that pole snatched the last second by Stephen Gibson, but he's made his way back up into the main pack. He's pushing the 03 right now, as the 55 is desperately trying to get back up there. The 60 doing a good job pushing the 88, who is maybe going to get up to the 55 here. Do they have the momentum? Let's see. They're not going to get there. It's still Jolene Sims out front. The 88 is right on the bumper of the 55. The 38 back in the pack is going to get shuffled back down in front of 3. That's not going to be too much of a loss, but that is a big moment for Cam there. He's going to get back to the inside.
Definitely behind Colton Pettipaw.
Pettipaw, yeah. As, yeah, it's a bit of a gridlock. O2 with a warp there.
Watching for the warps, like Cameron was saying.
Yeah,
At this point, I think it's, do you want to be able to finish, or do you want to, race that hard for that one spot, for that one lap?
Yeah, and the 88 is also warping, and I will say I've noticed that these guys are running a bit wider out on the outside line. They're running much higher, maybe to abide by that, but also what the issue. See, they're going back down now, but what I was getting at is that when you're in the corners like that, you want to obviously be as close to the bottom as possible, because, like, bottom line is obviously the fastest line geometrically. So you want to be taking the shortest path around. Jeez, Carl Childress, risky push there. But as I was saying, you want to be as low down as possible without bumping off the guy beside you.
Felber in the back.
And Felber, he's sliding. That's going to be 1. He's going to keep
Caution
it.
up, caution
He's
up.
okay. Caution regardless. So I think it's just him. But he got turned there, and that's still going to be a caution. We were doing so good.
Wow, let's get the replay going. Excellent, me.
Let me know when you've got it. I'm looking at it right now. I will say one thing I hadn't noticed just while we're waiting here, because I'm looking at Far Chase. I did not realize these cars were so low in the right rear. I mean, they are low. So maybe tire wear is more of an issue.
Maybe. That would explain a bit here with some of these cars struggling with handling.
Yeah.
It looks like McElroy washed up, got into the side of the 03.
Well, okay, no, I don't know, because I'm looking right now. If you look at the white lines, because I'm looking at Far Chase, if you look a little farther back in the corner, because the 03, he kind of washes up a bit and he comes down. The 25 kind of moves up a little bit, but I think the 03 kind of comes down there.
Ah, yeah, okay, I see it now.
Pits are open this time.
Yeah. I don't know. I would call that a racing deal, but I also think the 03, I think he kind of straightens out a little bit before he gets tagged there. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's going to tow right now. I don't know if that was his choice, but everybody's coming down.
Okay.
Kyle Watts, Landon Lyle with some damage. He's been lagging behind in the farther pack. So he's going to be down on engine. But for Kyle Watts, he's not. He is perfectly fine. So this is purely just a strategy call for him. 71 of Samuel Crew is going to be joining them as the cars who stay out. Everybody else is going to be coming in.
Yeah, I imagine, you pit here, you're good at the end on gas.
Oh, absolutely. This is lap 34 here that we're coming to, or 34 that we're at right now. So definitely good here, especially with all the cautions we're getting.
To the back.
I think those guys that stayed out maybe thinking, maybe there's more yellows, they can gamble, save some gas. Heck, might not even lose that track position. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, like you said earlier in the race, you always, if you're in the back and if you're gonna be in the back, your Joshua Clemenses, your Landon Lyles, for example, those guys with damage who are probably gonna finish in the back no matter what, if just purely green to the end on pace. Those guys, they're gonna look at these cautions and say, okay, well, I can transform maybe a 25th place finish into, say, a 15th place finish by going off strategy and doing something different. Then so be it. Throw a massive gamble out there and hope that it works. So I think that's what I would go with in this situation if I were one of them, and I think that's what they're doing here. But nevertheless, Kyle Watts going to be leading them down. Only about 4 cars stayed out. The 48, 71, 42, and the 4. So everybody but the 71 has a 4 in their number. For those who stayed out, 71's. He must be feeling so lonely out there, so far from the 4s. But Nevertheless, Jolene Sims won the race off pit road. Thomas Troxel right behind, the 02 as well. 32, William Gregory got a big jump there on pit road. So that's going to be big for him. Brandon Beal jumped some positions as well. He's got up into what would be the top 5 without the cars who stayed out. 60, Daniel Rodriguez, he's currently in 12th on track. He's probably going to jump up to the outside as soon as he gets the opportunity. I can't imagine he won't, as he's done it all night. But nevertheless, we're coming to the green here shortly, and we're going to see just what he does, what the 4 does, what everybody does.
Hey.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, strategy's out the window. I hope they can get some green flag laps in, but
You would hope.
That's going to depend on what these guys are thinking. Point of
Yeah.
returns before to go.
That it is. I'm glad you said that, because I can never keep track of what series has point of no return, what series has overtime, etc. So glad you said it.
How much time left on the tow now in Felber?
Oh, they're not going green this time. Shoot, I forgot about that.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, since you will be the only car a lap down by the time you finish towing, that will also make you the lucky dog. So just let me know once you have gotten out of pits and caught back up to the field, and we will go green with you on the lead lap.
He said 40 seconds on the tow when that was going on, so I imagine that's probably about ended now. We'll look at him.
Yeah, I can see
He's still on
already,
it. Yeah.
He's moving his wheel around. He's like, all right, get me out of here, Chief.
Let me go. Let me out of prison, please. I love that reference to the Dodge Neon poster on his pit sign, the high.
Yeah.
That's a lovely little pit sign there. I love what people do with theirs. And he's getting some tires now, so that's the tow over. He's probably going to be on pit road for a couple more seconds. Replacing those tires, obviously blue, probably all of them, from sliding around on the tri-oval after that wreck, but no damage, I don't think. Well, I say it was a wreck. It wasn't really a wreck. He didn't hit anything. But he's moving now. He's coming off pit road, so I imagine we're going green this time. We'll wait for confirmation on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can catch up. Yeah, they're on the back straightaway. I think we can go green this time.
Excellent. I have scored you a lap. If it doesn't add it properly, then I'll catch it during the green flag run that we hopefully have.
I don't jinx
Hopefully
it.
Hopefully have.
Yeah.
Keyword hopefully.
See, I wasn't the problem this time.
To 80 miles per hour, we will be going green this time.
All right, so
I'd also like to give a reminder that at 4 laps to go, it will not be possible for us to keep breaking up the green flag runs. So after that, it's up to you to survive.
that's well, that's a way of saying we have a point of no return. So
Yeah.
yeah, he didn't say it outright, but that's what that means.
Some
point
of
of no
you
return.
may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Thank you. That is exactly how it's going to be, and I'm sure that we will see a
Well,
gigantic one on the final lap, and probably before that as well, with how this race has been.
I would hope not, but if it happens,
I'm
it
not
happens.
manifesting anything. That's all just what I think. That's all me thinking. I'm not putting anything out in the universe. I learned my lesson on that 2 manifestations ago. So Kyle Watts gonna lead this field.
Control.
I sure hope to
And-
God you're not psychic.
I'm not. Don't worry. Oh my goodness. The 6 almost went with the 48 there. Thought better of it, but we are green. And the 48 going back this time. The 42 kind of hanging with him. I was thinking maybe he had some damage because he was laying really far back with the pack, and he was obviously in an accident earlier, so I assume maybe he had engine damage. We'll see on the backstretch here as they get up
Yeah.
to speed.
We really don't know what that 42 has. I mean, he's really never had track position all race long.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
6 and the 10 are going to the outside. The 02's with him. The 32's with him. They're all going. And the 4 is going to go up to block. That's going to leave Landon Lyle and the 71 of Samuel Cruz on the inside. Big block by Kyle Watts. The 32 is going to jump back down to the inside. Kyle Watts defending like his life depends on it here. And his race depends on it. The 71's blocking like a maniac as well
Yeah,
on the
guys,
32.
These guys know they don't have that leg up on gas that these other guys have. At least I
Big
assume.
crossover. Huge crossover by the 6 of Jolene Sims. The 4 is out with no help. He is abandoned on top, and he is going to get shuffled out of that pack. The 6 retakes control of this race with a big move there. into turn number 1. What does the 10 do here? He's probably going to stay in line as he's done all race, but what does the 02 do? What does the 60 do? We've seen the 60 of D-Dog jump up top, and he's going to jump up top right now. He's going to get, he's testing the waters there. He's trying to get that 4 to jump like football, jump off sides, and he's going to do it, but he's not going with him. He is not going to go up top. He's baiting him. What is he going to do? He's got no run coming from the back. The 4 is got that draft. He's got the 65 behind. He's got the 3 behind. He's jumping up with a late move. The 4 is going to get shuffled. There's no time on that block. He's going to go right back down. And that's going to kill that.
Cautious up. Feels frozen.
Oh, dear.
I mean, you can't even blame that on people not being ready. He just warped across the entire track.
I didn't even see it. I was so focused on what was going on.
He literally, big hit for the 49. Oh my gosh, the 22 rumbling and tumbling down on the back straightaway.
Oh my.
Big hit for Colton Kalovich.
Yeah, he had 2 hits there because he hit the outside wall in the initial wreck, and then he got all that. So, oh my, just not his race. Or no, he didn't get warped into. Sorry, he got hit by the 25 into the outside wall. And
open this time.
I mean, again, I don't even know.
Oh,
that warp! He just like a friggin' windshield wiper across the whole track.
Yeah.
How
Sorry,
did you prepare for that?
I was seeing the 49 hit that 22. That was, I mean, that was a plow and a half. That was just a monster hit. I don't know if the 49 just didn't see him, wasn't prepared, but man, that's definitely race over for the 22. He's got engine damage for sure. He is limping that car around, and he took several tumbles. So that's a shame.
The roof came on that for the 49 as well.
Yeah. Look at that. Hold on.
I mean, it's just like a windshield wiper just went across the track. I mean, you can't prepare for that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It comes with the game. And the 49 was doing such a good job of avoiding that accident too. And then 22, he comes down the track, and the 49 hasn't been letting off. He's not ready. He's not able to slow down. Just, what a hit.
Well, obviously a few takers on pit road, guys that are out of contention, just trying to make something of their race. Colton Kalovich, obviously huge damage after that incident. 71, I believe it's towing after blowing their tires from that incident. Met the same fate. Maybe the 49 as well, but that was definitely a Jim doozy.
Yeah, I saw the 25 rolling after that. They refired at least. So I don't know if they towed. I think they may have gone down pit road manually, but nevertheless, the outcome is the same. They're definitely going to be taking tires, doing damage repair, maybe getting some gas. But yeah, before that, we had some racing, and we saw a lot of what these guys are willing to do in order to keep their positions, make gains, get guys that they don't feel comfortable pushing or being around out of the draft, out of the run. And I think that was, if we can get a last lap or a last 5 laps or a last 10 laps like that, I think we're going to have a barn burner finish here. Absolutely. But
I've got everyone here. We'll be going green this time. We're just going to keep holding this pacing speed right now, which is seemingly 65. So keep holding 65, quiet zone.
And I believe they're going to excuse this for the 71. Which
We'll be
I can kind of
laps
understand.
from the point of no return.
Yeah, just trying to get this over. That sucks for the 71, but I do think he's kind of a victim of circumstance here. Joshua Brown disconnected, so he's going to be a DNF. So we're got the 49, the 8, the 86 who DNF'd, 14 as well. So we've got 4 listed, 2 the game hasn't listed, but are so many laps down. The 0 and the 23, but we are green. We are green. And the 6 remains your leader, as with pretty much every restart we've had today. Not every restart, but just about every restart. And watch this 60 car here, as we haven't had anybody really jump up. We've had a couple cars, but not a big line. He's going to go up top on the straight. Kyle Watts behind. I knew it. I saw it coming. They were just waiting for that moment. And the 4 is right there. He's ready. He's making big moves. That's a pusher you want. And Robbie Gilvin's up there.
Yeah, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
dear.
Scubs
He's
was
still
ready for
warping?
that. Scubs was ready for that. You were talking about
Those-
that, guys getting ready for that warp. Scubs was ready.
Yeah.
Here comes Sims, going to block the top along with Thomas Troxel.
That's
Scubs
going
on
to open
bottom.
up for the O2 there. 10 is going to go down, jump the 6, finally making a move. He's been pushing the 6 all race, but this is the moment. He says, I'm wanting this win with 8 laps to go at the moment. He is going to get to the bottom, and that is going to get a nose ahead of the 6. He might clear the 6 off the corner. Will he have the momentum? Is he going to jump up top? He's not going to have the momentum. Can the 3 push the O2 into the 10? They've got a big run on the top right now. They're so linked up. And they're finally getting to each other. They're starting to build an inside, but this is just a reverse of everything we've seen so far. The outside has so much more than the inside. This is, I mean, we've been building to it all race, but this is certainly the biggest we've had in terms of performance from the outside, as Jolene is going to keep the lead at the line here, I believe, as the O2 is not going to get there in time. No push coming on the inside. Okay, we're starting to get a push on the inside, but the 6 is going to get a full car length up ahead. No, the 10 is going to get there. He's going to get a big run. He's going to be neck and neck with the 6. The 60 is not quite squared up there, but that push is going to come. And 60 and the 4, they accordion a little bit, but they're just really good pushers. As the 6 is going to get clear once more, not going to drop down. The 10 is going to get up there. He's got something. That 10 car.
Yeah.
And that O2 car as well.
Top line. It has a bit more cars right now. I think they're really, in a sense, kind of equal, but it really just depends on where the runs are coming from, these other cars.
Absolutely. I think right now the main source of generating that momentum is just the 4 and the 60. And the 60 with a big move there. He almost got turned.
Oh, wow. 88 had a moment into turn
Oh,
1.
the
and
37 in the back. The 04.
Oh
they're
my
flipping.
goodness! William Green flipping down the turn 2.
And
Many
he's
cars
gonna
wrecking
get
behind
hit by
him.
the 84. They're wrecking behind. He gets hit by the 62. The 13 piles in. The 37's around. The 15.
So, next restart will be the final restart, and we get to have a classic 3-lap run.
Well,
Three-lap run
you don't
finish.
love to have it happen that way, and we were really hoping for a organic finish there because they were building something magical, but that will be interesting because they're going to get very aggressive, I imagine, on that 3-lap run. I'm getting to a replay here. Let me know when you have it.
Yeah, I got him in. They're going into turn 1. Looks like the 37.
All right.
The 88 really had a moment there, and the 37, 04 just, I guess we're going for the same spot, and then they both just died.
Yeah, I
Quite
think the
frankly.
37 kind of came down across the nose of the 37, or the 04 came across the nose of the 37. The 13 gets turned by the
Hits a roof
15.
this time.
And the 04 gets hit by the 84, gets hit by the 62 and the 13. Just everybody hitting the 04. And just all sorts of chaos. What do you do here? What do you do in this situation? You go down pit road, you take tires, you take anything? You staying out?
I would take my track position. At this point, you got to go where what you can. You don't know if they're going to wreck.
Absolutely.
You don't know if they're going to, you don't know what's going to happen. You got to kind of put the deck in your own hands at that point, regardless of your track position. I think staying out here is, pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, obviously, if you got your tires down or whatever, obviously.
Yeah.
Get some tires and stuff, but, the track position, get every spot you can. Just try to get it without dying at this point.
Yeah.
We will
I
be
agree.
going green this time because we need a chance for the cars to get up to full speed before we can have our next wreck. Oh, one moment.
Oh,
It
the
will stay below
22
the
is stalled.
I'm not
He is
sure.
stalled on the top.
I
Almost got
can't
hit by the
s-
leaders.
I'm not sure what's happening. Alright, so 22 is requesting to be removed from the track. Their monitor.
There they go.
overheated.
There go.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's another DNF.
Well, that's the first overheating failure that we've
I
had in real
You
life.
can kick him off the server. I have done something else to take care of it.
And something else. Huh?
He killed him in real life. What a
Back
shame.
off.
Used his mind powers. He smited him. Whole setup's gone.
Back off.
Rest in peace. Get the bagpipes out.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
up the pace speed to 80 miles per hour. We'll be
No,
going
but that's-
green this time for the final time.
That is a shame for the 22. He obviously was in that accident earlier. He was definitely down. Wasn't going to win the race, but you obviously want to finish the race when you start it, especially a race like this that feels like it's gone for, a full playing of Hamlet. So, I mean, just you want to see it to the finish, and it sucks when you can't.
Well, I think from here it's going to be a game of survival. You want to keep yourself in position.
For sure.
But you don't want to wreck yourself out of contention with a stupid block or bumper grab. There's a lot here that could really throw a wrench into this.
I say watch that 60 car as we go green here. He's in third position, the black and red 60 car right there in the third position. Like I said, he's going to jump to that outside, and when he does, it's going to be cinema. And the 6 is going to have a big gap. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to help or not. The 10 is going to have a big run here as they have gone green. I didn't say it, but they have, and you've seen it. So he's going to go to the top with the 60. I think he might have done that a little early.
Yeah,
I don't love that move. I don't love that move. He's going to have to jump back down, but he showed his hand. You talk about cards. He did. He's going to get it there. The 60 is going to shove him past the 6. The 6 is going to have no help on the inside, and that is a heartbreaker for Jolene Sims. No help on the inside. Unless somebody jumps down, they're just going to get shuffled. The 02 is going to go with them, but they're going to be alone.
I don't know. I don't know if that was the right move for Scubs. He just kind of screwed himself.
No, yeah. Almost a fake by the 02. Down on the apron they go. They save it. They're coming, I believe, to 3 to go here. The 3 with the 02. The 6 with a block.
2 to go at the line, actually.
10 of Thomas Troxel with no lap set in qualifying. Didn't turn a lap in practice, but he's leading this race with 3 to go.
See if you can hold on to it.
They are blocking like their lives depend on it here. The 6 with the 60. The 4 is out of line. He's out of shape. He's got no help. The 88 is warping. The 02 is below the yellow line. He's warping. They're 4 wide. Down
big
to
block.
The yellow line. Thomas Troxel is blocking like he has no other option, and he doesn't. The 60 of Daniel Rodriguez with the 02 of Scubs behind. The 38 pushing the 4 on the very top. They're 3 deep here at Talladega. They're almost 4 deep here with the 3. He's going up to that third line. Can they sustain this? We're coming to the white flag here in Alabama. And what a white flag this is shaping up to be. Thomas Troxel, still your leader. Robbie Gilvin with Kyle Watts. They're hungry. I don't believe Robbie Gilvin's won here. Kyle Watts hasn't won here in ages. The 60 of Daniel Rodriguez. I don't know if he's won here before. Has he? Has he won here before?
Yeah, he won, I believe it was Kansas. I forget what season it was. Oh, the 6th.
He's going for it now. To the bottom. It's going to be Jolene Sims and Thomas Troxel. A big shootout. Elaine Johnson with the 10 of Thomas Troxel. Can she do anything? Daniel Rodriguez, he's too far back. Jolene Sims with no help. Here goes Robbie Gilvin. Here comes the field. It's going to be Jolene Sims, Thomas Troxel. It's going to be a drag race. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Troxel. He's going to get it at the line.
And they don't wreck. That's impressive. They made it right to the line. No wrecks, nothing.
What a finish. Thomas Troxel in the number 10, that Greg Biffle throwback. What a beautiful car. And what a beautiful win that was. That's going to be a popular win for sure. He's getting congratulations from the 60 of D-Dog there, getting bumps. You'll love to see it for a broadcaster here at Cheese Food Media. From one to another, that's lovely. You love to see it.
So that was a very clean finish, 3 wide there. Granted, they definitely could have had more time to formulate something, but just, that was really nicely done.
And how about Elaine Johnson in the 55 with a 3rd place finish? Pushing that 10 with help from Gino Bononi behind, but pushing that 10 to the win. Couldn't really make a move there, but went for it at the line, kept that 3rd place finish. That's got to be a career best.
Yeah, I think so. They finished 5th here in, I think, season 14, maybe 13.
Definitely a plate racing veteran, at least. And a move like that definitely shows their talents on these types of tracks. It's Thomas Troxel burns it down.
He's trying to. I think the grip on this track's so high, it's really hard to get those tires spinning.
Yeah, got to shove it into neutral.
There
He's
goes.
going.
There he goes.
He goes.
He found it.
and he burns it down here in front of the start-finish line. You love to see that.
And the Greg Biffle paint scheme as well.
Absolutely beautiful. And Jolene Sims, I can't discredit the hard work that they put in to win that race. I mean, they led easily the most laps of anybody. They led practically the whole race. And just to even be able to keep second when they were, almost shoved out of line and shuffled back almost all the way back with a couple laps to go, and to be able to hold on to that second position and be just 4 thousandths
so we'll be
off.
going down in 3 minutes so that the next series can get started. So save your replays so you can look at it later if you want to.
And Harry Crawford, who qualified second, he's doing burnouts with the 10 of Thomas Troxel there, giving a little bit of a bump to him. Nothing personal, just some light celebration there. He shoves him. He's going to keep it off the wall. Is Harry going to do anything? He's going to hit Harry. He's going to hit him back. He's going to hit him again. They're bumping and banging here on the Talladega front stretch.
And I think that Harry, last season's winner here, so you got a good celebration going there.
Yeah, and they've made some lovely lines on the straightaway.
You're into a cloud of smoke on my end. Gosh dang.
Yeah, that's why I keep transparent smoke on. I got a different MIP for it.
There
and they're going back down pit road, backwards. Well, one's in reverse and one's forwards, but still backwards.
Hang on, man.
What a finish that was. Oh, he's going to the garage in reverse. Now, how is he going to be able to see the garage? Or sorry, he's going to Victory Lane in reverse. I'm sorry, I didn't realize Victory Lane was there. Well, he just took out some sunflowers, but he's made his way to Victory Lane.
Who's
yeah,
keeping
it's okay.
count? Who's keeping
Kyle
count?
Petty ran over a bed of sunflowers once. He lost brakes during a testing session. He went through a fence and just tore a whole what's the word? Like florist shop, not a florist shop, just a whole flower bed. That's the word. Flower bed up. A whole bunch of them.
Well,
but yeah.
We do got our race winner in the waiting room, so let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Thomas Troxel, our race winner.
Let's do it.
Buddy was moved to your
Mr.
channel.
Thomas Troxel.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what a finish.
You won here, I think, a few seasons ago. You come back, you got the Greg Biffle paint scheme, and with 2 to go, you make a move. You got the lead off of 4, get the run, first place at the line. How are we feeling?
Well, honestly, I didn't even think I was going to be able to make the race. Thankfully, since Cameron is a very corrupt admin and everything like that, he decided to let everybody race because I wasn't going to be able to set a qualifying lap. So we start at the back. We avoid all the incidents at the beginning. I almost got in that one where Steven and Josh got clobbered because of Steven's warp, and I almost got clipped by a Cam there, but thankfully that didn't happen. It was nice to be one of the only clean cars out there. I know all the other drivers got wrecked up and stuff like that, but no, we just kind of sat with Jolene. I really appreciate Jolene there. Me, Jolene, Roman working really good there. With about like 5 laps to go, I really thought that before that caution came out, I really thought that I wasn't going to be able to beat Jolene there because I wasn't getting the help that I really wanted from the inside. But that caution came out, put us into a second spot. I got D-Dog behind me. Thanks, D-Dog. Even though I wrecked him in BPNR Daytona, that he still pushed me out to the lead in front of Jolene. So, but yeah, thankfully I didn't throw any terrorist blocks there to hook people or hook myself and wreck the entire field. And thankfully got the help from Elaine. Thanks to Elaine. I got a lot of people to thank for getting me that win. But it was really nice. It was that probably one of the closest finishes I've ever had. Probably one of the closest finishes in NARL history. It was pretty close there, but I thankfully got the outside line, and that's exactly what you need, especially when you have a pusher behind you there. And we just came to the line and we won. So it's good to start off with the points lead. It's good to start off the season with a win. I probably won't be able to back that up for the rest of the season. But
don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. But doing that in the Greg Biffle car is definitely it's a really nice touch there, because Biffle was my favorite driver there until he retired, and I switched to Almirola. So, but no, it was great. I'm very happy. I had a lot of friends there. Was able to avoid all the wrecks, and was lucky enough to get up front and win that race.
Right. Well, I don't have any other questions specifically. Riley, you got any other questions?
I don't. I just want to say that was a fantastic finish. It was .004 margin of victory there. I don't know if you saw that, but
No, I did saw that. I did see that. That was
I figured you did. Yeah.
I thought Jolene was gonna come up there and just like door me a little bit, and I wouldn't have been too mad because we're racing for the win. But they thankfully raced me cleanly, so I didn't really have to worry about getting doored.
Jolene's very clean. I didn't think that was gonna happen. She did lead pretty much every lap of this race. But yeah, that was a beautiful finish. I hope that we did it justice, and you did a fantastic job coming from the back to win this race and to take the lead of this race. Even was just a feat in itself. And yeah, I mean, like you said, in the Biffle car is just really nice, and I'm glad that you were able to get the win.
Yeah, no, it feels awesome to get that win. You know, just like I said, being in the Biffle car, doing all that fun stuff, all that stupid stuff. I won all the accents, all that stuff. It was really good. I'm trying to look up to see where I qualified the last time I won here. Oh no, I did start last in the last time I won here. So yeah, okay.
Well, that's the secret.
So basically, what I have to do is just show up late to like every qualifying session and just pray to God that I'd be able to get into the field. But thankfully, Season 13 was the last time I won. Thankfully, that happened before the field count limits came into effect. So yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to make that same type of driving exquisite, all that stupid shit, throwing out buzzwords like a politician. But I really hope I can do real good this season. I think I came from last and won. There came from second to last and won. But I think we'll hopefully have a good season. Hopefully, I'll be able to make most of the races. I think I might miss the next race, but
it's all right.
If that happens, I don't really care. I won this season. That's all that really matters to me. So
yeah, and it was very interesting to watch you come from the back and win this race. And I hope that you've been putting your word hippo list that I gave you, your list of synonyms for the word interesting. I hope you've been reading it.
It was a really thought-provoking finish, you know.
It was a very thought-provoking finish.
I was elated to win that.
I'll admit I didn't look at them. I was going to, and I completely forgot. Now I'm thinking, I don't think I used the word interesting once today. So interesting.
I ran out the quota, interesting quota for the entire month on the first race of the month.
They told me I couldn't use it. Actually, we've run over already 6 days into the month.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on the win. I actually don't think I'll be here to broadcast next week, but is what it is on that. But yeah, congrats, and we'll see you next time.
All right, yeah, see you guys. Thank you.
Buddy left your channel.
Dang, he was in a hurry to get out of here. Daggone.
Yeah, and as much as I would like to stay, I do have stuff to do, so yeah, I will be dipping.
I get the rest of them.
Yeah, so thank you very much for having me. Thank you to everybody for the race and for that wonderful finish. I hope that I did it justice and gave it the excitement it deserved, because that was a wonderful finish. So yeah, I can't wait to be back here at some point. Obviously, I can't be here next week because I'm moving on Friday, but maybe the week after that I might race, I might not. We'll see. I haven't even gotten an answer on whether I'd be approved or not, but we'll see. I don't even know where they're going. So yeah, maybe I'll broadcast. Maybe I'll be in the car. We'll see. Maybe I won't be here at all. But yeah, obviously, big fan of broadcasting. Big fan of Cheese Food Media. Love doing this.
Okay, well, I'll catch you later, and I'll go ahead and continue this from here. I normally I would go by finishing position, but Colton Pettipas been waiting here a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up, see what he's got to say.
User was moved to your channel.
Howdy, Mr. Colton Pettipas. You got a copy?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Well, first race since it's been a first race in a while. I haven't seen you in a minute. Drove the 2 at one point, took a bit of a hiatus, back in the 44. Had an alright race. What was your thoughts on that overall?
It was pretty good. Just good to get back into the car. Good, just not to wreck, fortunately. Oh, well, I did get plowed once. Somehow didn't have any damage. That was so weird.
Yeah, no. RNG on that was kind of lucky for some people.
Yeah, messed up that pit. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really do much at the end of the race. I was stuck behind Landon, the 42 car. And then after that, I just couldn't get a run up enough. Nice finish though. Glad Truxell won with the 10 car. That's very
Yeah.
Very
Really
good.
good race. Not too crazy there. You have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, congrats on. I think you got like a top 15.
Yep, top 15. I got 13th.
And I don't think I'll be here to broadcast next week, but regardless, good luck next week and on your future races.
All right, thanks.
User left your channel.
Go ahead and bring in Brandon Beal, or actually, who was in there first? Elaine or Beal? Let's go ahead and bring in Elaine. Bring in Beal next.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, Elaine. You got a copy?
Hello.
Howdy, howdy. Well,
Oh.
you were running pretty dang good that race. Led some laps. We're running up front. Ended up P3. I believe that's your NARL personal best after coming back from a license revocation. How we feeling?
Yes, sir. Had a good car all day. Struggling with handling. It felt like the car was like a boat sometimes. It didn't want to turn. I led a lab. It was pretty nice. You know, some highlights in the race, and I was up there, and it was a clean race. You know, I didn't get no incidents as I used to. I think I've gotten definitely way better at this stuff than you can recall me being. So yeah, just a great race. I think this is probably one of the best races I've had. A shame we didn't get the win at the end, you know, but the opportunity just wasn't there. But I'm glad I could, you know, maximize, get the P3. Wish I would have sent it 30 wide though at the end. Would have been a cool little finish there. Make it 3x3, but it's fine. I'll take a P3 any day of the week. You know, it's awesome. It feels great. Good car and everything. Had a good day.
I won't be here next week because I gotta close next week. But I know next week they're going to. Actually, I don't know where they're going next week. I should probably look at that. But next week, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I know if you plan on racing next week, good luck on that.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. You got any other statements you want to say before
No.
we head off?
No, I kind of got to go hurry up and get some practice in for Michigan and Eastern States. So I'll be taking I'll definitely be heading out for that. But yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm glad I was able to race this. I didn't know if I was actually going to be allowed to race, but you know it's fine. We got here and you know made the best of it. You know, got in the spotlight. All right, appreciate it.
Adios.
User left your channel.
Bring in Brandon Beal.
User was moved to your channel.
Brandon Beal, got a copy?
I am alive somehow. Hi.
Did you finish that race? Because
I did.
you
Yes.
freaking...
You know what's funny? So the game dropped me down from the catch fence, and I had no engine damage. I was waiting for my spotter
Really?
to say something, and I'm like, "Do I have engine damage? Do I have engine damage?" I didn't hear anything, and then I was at full speed, perfectly fine. So I was like, "Okay, I can finish this race." I have no idea how that was possible.
That is interesting. I know you and
I don't
William
think.
Green tangled a little bit after Carl Childress checked up. And
Yeah,
you both
yeah, it was a
started
Carl.
flying.
Carl fucking bumper grabbed me. Sorry for cursing, but he bumper grabbed me, and then I guess William stuck it through the middle. I guess he had a gap, I guess, but yeah, I kind of wish he checked up a little bit more so I can get back in line. But
User
it's
joined your channel.
honestly it was me against everybody in that race. Like
User
not
left your
nobody
channel.
helped me, so I was just trying to fend for myself at that point, especially up at front trying to get the win. But you know.
But yeah, I didn't see where you finished.
I finished 19th.
Honestly, considering how much you died there, 19th.
I don't know how. Yeah, I was pretty proud of it.
I'd take that, you know.
Yeah, I just wish that wreck didn't happen, but it's whatever. I mean,
Right.
like I said, it was literally me and everybody else in that race. So I was trying to do what I could in fats, you know, but the inside wasn't working whatsoever with like anybody down there. And once I got to the outside, it died out, and then obviously when I got shoved out, nobody checked up enough for me to get back in, but it's whatever.
Well, I don't really have any other questions for you. Good luck next week, obviously.
What is next week?
I don't know.
I
should
haven't
have checked
looked
that.
at the schedule. Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
I've looked at it and I've checked it several times, and every time I look at it, I forget what it is. So.
Yeah, I figured I would race tonight because I won a Fats race at Talladega.
Yeah, I
But
guess
of course I
quite
couldn't
translate.
Yeah, of course I couldn't back it up here. I mean, I tried to. I was up there, but everything just went to crap. So
Well, weekend though. But yeah. Congrats on the win in Fats.
Yeah.
I don't really got anything else for you, so guess we'll see you next time.
yeah, I'd like to thank JetBlue. W advertising, stuck in the catch fence, flying in the air, and dropping back down and finishing the race like I was Dale Earnhardt. That was kind of weird, but I'll take it. Hopefully next time at a super speedway I can get some luck and maybe some help to get the win.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your
All
channel.
right. Well, I would give you a nice little exit here, but I gotta get ready for S6, and the broadcast for that is scheduled to start in 10 minutes. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz if you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, like and subscribe anyway, because why not? If you have any feedback, all that jazz, let me know, and we will catch y'all later. Congrats to Thomas Troxel on the win.